Eagles is dancing, and the pills is ambience. The lighting is ambient. The housewives is outside the booth cause they can't be in. Oh, you fancy? Oh, yeah, I'm the fanciest. They said summer was canceled, but I got plans and shit. Where my advances is. Ladies, it's June, July. Where all the cancers is. Show me your hands and shit. Even if you ain't a cancer, throw up your hands to this. Cause most of y'all cancerous. Michael B. Jordan call you right now, you answering. Even if you got a man that love you, you scandalous. You gon' take the chance and shit. You know that relationship is probably in shambles, and you know you a fan of his. Know if he gon' bring you to Miami, you scrambling to pack all your luggage, get on a plane and land in it. Yeah, I'm just talking out of pocket now, I know y'all sick of me. I look at the score and y'all can't be counting the victories. It's still all love between us despite all the history. It's still October forever minus the trickery. Talk about a flip and switch challenge. It's been challenging for 10 years cause niggas been out here switching on me and showing how much realer that some of they bitches can be.
Every year I set this league up, every year, and I never win. This was the year! Bullshit!
Welcome to episode, I'm not even sure, of Finding Happiness, but this is the first one that really matters. I mean, some people were saying that we were done with the show, that we only did a few, and then we were going to fall off. I get the question, but let's be real. Will, there was nothing to talk about the last 2 weeks. Everything had been said. We just needed to get to week one. We needed to watch football. We needed to figure out and question why we even do this at some points, and then other points feel happiness for the first time in months. It's all a process. So, Will, I'll start with you coming out of week one. What's the happiness level? I just got to ask.
Hey, man, after week one, I don't think I've had a week one win in like the last 2 years, I'm pretty sure. And last year I got blown out. This year, 150 points in the league. You got to love it. I'm at a 10 right now.
10. Yeah, I'm also want to know. A lot of people, when we did our power rankings, doubted us. It was an easy win for me. I'm going to put myself at like a 6, though, because it's like I expected this out of myself. And, when you come in and you get the work done, I feel like I'm not any happier than I would be. It's just a lunch pail day at the office for me. So happy you get the
Made
job
me sound
done.
terrible. That makes me sound terrible.
I'm happy you enjoyed your week one Super Bowl. For me, it's just another week. Ready to move on.
Hey man, I'm
to
a player's coach. I'm a player's coach. All right, I win with the team. I celebrate with the team. That's how it is.
How let's first go through Sunday. So what was the viewing experience like? Which games did you watch the most? Take me through like 12:55 p.m. on Sunday, like going into the
12:55 p.m. Pulled up Red Zone. That's a must-see. Pulled up, the home team, Washington Commanders. Have nobody on. Actually, I do. I have Brian Robinson. He gets no love on this. But, watching the Washington game. And then, of course, out of every game out there, I turned on them Colts game so I can watch A. Rich go crazy. And, he proved that he's not a social experiment. That's what he proved.
We'll see. James is coming out with his definitive list of social experiments tomorrow. We'll tweak as we go on. But good win for the Commanders. I feel like me and the Commanders were kind of likewise this week, where we played the worst team, one of the worst teams in the league, and we didn't play our best football, but we escaped with the win. Me personally, Sunday was a little bit of a whirlwind. I didn't get to watch the 1:00 games. I did a total freeze out. So at 4:00, I checked all the box scores, and first box score, Lamar, my favorite guy, hasn't been on my team in a few years. Saw the Ravens score 27 points. I was like, oh, all right. Bet he scored 2 or 3 of those touchdowns at least. Yeah, scored 0 of them, put up 6 points. At that point, I thought I was going to lose. But again, played one of the worst teams in the league. But we'll get into the actual NFL games as we move along here. Let's move to our first game. This was the game of the week going in. And like the Chargers-Dolphins game on Sunday, it was really the only great game of the day, I would say.
Exactly.
James Paul pulls off the win against Gilchrist. Will, I know you made the finals last year. I know Mills made the finals last year. These were probably the two best teams a year ago. And starting off, they're looking like two of the best teams again. Just some standouts on both sides. Christian McCaffrey, 24.9 for James Ball, 21.2 for Diggs. Hunter Henry in relief of Travis Kelce getting a 0 on James Ball's bench with 16.6. And for Gil, let's be honest. Gil probably would have won, except Aaron Rodgers, which we'll get into later on in the show. 0 points in his flex. Also got 6.5 points from Dak Prescott. Meanwhile, Tua scored 27 on his bench. So I don't know. Where do you want to take this, Will? What do you want to dissect first in this matchup?
I want to be honest. As we all know, Gil had a 9-game winning streak of regular season wins. I led it with 12 all time, 12 wins straight. So I was kind of nervous, and I love to see Gil lose. I'm gonna be honest. I love when Aaron Rodgers got hurt. I'm gonna be real. I was up a little bit. For y'all who don't know, I also sold Garrett Wilson. I don't think that they know that.
I know. Oh, I know.
I don't think they know that, but I sold Garrett Wilson. So
that was the first. Is it bad that the first thing I thought about when I saw Aaron Rodgers like on the ground was like, oh, I bet Will is cheering right now that you traded Garrett Wilson. And you know what? You know what the worst part is? You know what the worst part is? I know if Garrett Wilson was still on your team when he caught that pass in the fourth quarter, I know you would have sent me a text being like, I'm never trading him. I know you would have sliced him up, and then he would have been gone from your team by Wednesday. Like that would have been the most obvious thing of all time. So I missed out on that. For Gil, I mean, like Gil is so annoying. Like it doesn't matter. Like, oh, okay, this week Pollard, Eckler, and Tyreek combined for like 90 points. And it's like, all right, who cares? Next week it's going to be A.J. Brown, Waller, and Josh Jacobs who are going to combine for 80. It's like, whatever. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's like he's just going to score like 150 a week. And you and me, we're in the same division as Gil, so we're all fighting for the same bye week.
Yeah. So this helped. This helped for this week that he got the L. He really did. I will say this, though. And there's proof. There's proof. There's text message proof. There's receipts. I was high on Tua. I've been high on Tua for a while. Something about him. The only problem is his health, but I've been super high on what he has. And I saw this coming. Did I see 40 from Tyreek? No, but I saw Tua being great.
I feel like we both almost got Tyreek this offseason. And by almost, I mean we got 3 responses from Gilchrist within an hour, which means it was a pretty close trade. But yeah, James Ball, he's not here to see this right now, but he is 1-0. We wish him the best in Ranger School. Let's move on to game 2. So this is on the other end of the spectrum. James McCaskey beats Ethan 77-69. This might have been the worst fantasy game I've ever seen. Like I'm actually not even joking. You know what's crazy? Like look at Ethan's team. Ethan had Gibson, who got 0.4, Drake London, who scored 0, DJ Moore, who scored 3.5. So he had 3 players on his team combined for 4 points, and he almost won. James McCaskey, on the other hand, had Higgins, who scored 0, Conklin, who scored 1.2, DeAndre Swift, I know you probably want to talk about him, he scored 0.8. And then Christian Kirk, who scored 1.4. So James McCaskey had 4 players who combined for 3.4 points. I mean, this was straight up like half their teams literally did not show up. Yeah. Now, the reason why James McCaskey ended up winning, 20 from Herbert and 13 from Hurts were his 2 leading scorers. I mean, we knew his quarterbacks going in would be good. What do you have to say about this?
All right, well, one, Bryce Young sucks. I'm sorry. I saw it in camp when he was on my team. He had to go. He sucks. I'm going to be real. No, I don't know if he sucks, but his team definitely sucks. Year 1, Bryce isn't going to be good. For James, this was a statement win. He's never beaten Ethan before. This is the first time James has ever beaten Ethan. And, you know, it was a scrappy game.
Are we counting this as a win? Did he beat Ethan? Man. Did Ethan lose to himself?
At the end of the day, James is a 1-0. So, hey, he's 1-0 for the season. And he finally beat Ethan. I give him the credit for it.
I'll keep it a buck. I'd rather lose than win scoring 77 points in week 1. Because that feels like, honestly, James. No. Hear me out. Honestly, James McCaskey is kind of like the Jets today. It's like, oh, cool, you won. Your season's over. Like, it's like, all right. Like, I won. But, like, Miles Sanders was in a timeshare. Madison was, like, okay, I guess. Higgins and DK will be better. He'll get Mark Andrews back. DeAndre Swift sucks. Christian Kirk was playing behind six. It's just like so many like usage things.
I play him next week. So
yeah. Well, hey, maybe regression will hit though. Maybe he'll bounce back the other way. I feel like you and him are like the two big regression candidates.
I don't expect 150 yet. I don't expect 150. I'm gonna be real. I went in this game thinking the only way I would win is by scoring 130, 120. And hey, my team balled out.
For Ethan, the tank is on. You know that he got what he wanted to see this week. I think, like, honestly, he probably. I mean, Sam Laporta kind of did well for him. Good for Addison. Sat looks like he has a young stud receiver, coming into Jettis a little bit. And but we'll see with Bryce Young and CJ Stroud if they start to pick it up in the coming weeks. Let's move on to the third game.
150. Jettis had 150 yards
in the first half. Points. How much Jazz have in the second half?
That's because Kirk sucks, man. Kirk sucks. He's so bad.
Well, speaking of Kirk, we can talk about another quarterback throwing to your receivers. We'll get into your game here. I'm talking about Ryan Tannehill, by the way. But, Will, you scored 151 to Mark's 97. Let's be honest. I mean, this was never really close. I feel like Ayuk scored the first touchdown of the day. You were just kind of off and running from there. With that, like, take me into it. Was there ever like a sweat moment? Like, it looks like Bijan and Algier combined for 40. Were you ever like nervous at all?
No, I was never nervous. I was never nervous because I always had CD in my back pocket at the time, so I never felt. Well, he did have Josh Allen, but if I run the score up 40, 50, I know Josh Allen doesn't stand a chance or anything. Really, I mean, my wide receivers went hamburgers and hot dogs. I'm going to be real. My wide receivers did not go under double digits. CD was only affected by game script. And D-Hop, this is what I expect from D-Hop. He's my fifth wide receiver for a reason. I just want him to be that captain, that veteran leadership that provides, some teaching for the young bucks. And that's what we got.
Bro, he's like Udonis Haslam on this team. I'll be honest. D-Hop, like, all right, so how bad was Tannehill?
He was bad. But the one good thing about it is, even though he's bad, there's difference between bad as a whole and bad, but he's still feeding your fantasy player. He's still throwing to my guy like 9-10 times. So, I'll take it.
Yeah. It's like when Big Ben used to chuck it down to Najee, and Najee would get like 12 catches a game, even though Big Ben was literally cooked. For Mark, it's weird that like Algier and Bijan are splitting work, but it actually helps him because he has both of them. He actually has like two top running backs instead of one like god tier running back. So that's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know. Like Mark again, he's probably a year away. I think he has Puka Nacua on his bench. So I don't know if Puka is like sticky or like if he'll come back.
Stop.
No, I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking.
Stop.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm looking at your team. It was a good week. Good week for sure. I'm wondering what the quarterback 2 situation is going to go going forward. Russ was like 17 of 18 at halftime and then kind of fell apart in the second half. I thought, I'll be honest, at halftime, I was kind of like, oh my God, are we going to get QB1 Russ again? And then not. So I know Derek Carr plays on Monday night this week, so we'll see who you end up starting.
He's in.
Get that stack. Get that Olave stack. All right. Let's move on to game number 4. Ahmad, who will be joining us for the second half of today's episode with an easy win over the lowest scoring team in the league, Chris. You go. I don't even know what to say about this matchup.
I know exactly what to say about this. Chris's team sucks. Yeah. And Chris as a coach sucks. Sucks.
Yeah.
So it's a terrible combination. We were hyping him up for some reason. Actually, you were. I was trying to keep you down to earth and be like, hey, let's not forget who it is that's coaching that team on the sideline. It's Chris.
Yeah, hand
exactly
up
what I
on that.
expected.
You know
Expected
what's
a
sad?
loss. Not that bad though.
Let me just read the scores. So he got 16.1 from Ahmad on Thursday night, right? Oh yeah, that
Feeling
top wide
great.
receiver,
Feeling great.
Burrow 3 points. Okay, Javonte Williams 8 points. Jamal Williams 6 points. Okay, Jamar Chase 7. Hawkinson 12. All right, clap it up for Hawk. Godwin 8. Treylon Burks 4. Sky Moore also on Thursday night 0.4. Daniel Jones 5.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
whoa. Hawkinson was the only guy on Sunday who scored double digits. And I'm pretty sure Chris has 1 touchdown as an entire team. Yeah, Chris didn't score a touchdown on Sunday. Chris had 8 guys going Sunday, and including 2 quarterbacks, and he got 0 touchdowns. That's actually sad. Bro, he said he didn't see any of his players on red zone the whole day. I've never been more done in my life.
No, listen. This is what I can say about Chris real quick is that, look, Chris built a team that I think is very similar to my team. Wide receiver heavy, F running back, a good quarterback one. He has a better quarterback one than me. I'm going to be real for right now. But, and I think the problem is his team he didn't construct it a good way. Not like me, He's trying to be me, and it's just not working for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think better days are ahead for Chris because it can't get worse than this.
That's bad.
But let's talk about Ahmad real quick. Ahmad gets the win. Ahmad was the worst team in the league last year. I don't think he'll be the worst team this year. Although it was a costly win for him, losing J.K. Dobbins for the year. And he has Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, who are both going to be hurt by the Rodgers injury. But honestly, 38 points combined from Lawrence and D-Watt. That looks good. Waddle and Garrett Wilson didn't have their best games. Kenneth Walker didn't. He got 0 from Goddard, and he still put up 115. I think Ahmad is a fringe playoff team. And one thing I want to say before we get into my game, the last game. Look, we talked about the people that traded the most this offseason. It was me. It was you.
I was going to say that.
McCaskey. It was Ahmad. All I'm going to say is the 4 people that traded the most are 4-0.
I was going to say that too, man. You took that right out of my brain, man. I was going to say,
hey,
all of y'all said we trade too much. All y'all
Mills
said, bro, Mills said it. Mills said it. The person who needs to start trading a lot said that, we're trading too much. Y'all just trading just to trade now. No, we're trading to win. And it showed on week 1. It showed on week 1 by far.
All right, now let's get to the last game. We're dressed to the nines right now. I think we just need to pay our respects real quick to Nick Mills and a great run last year. We spent all offseason saying it was over, saying he was cooked, saying he has to trade everyone. He said, hey, I just want to see what the team looks like. 6 points on the week for the defending champion. If you take out Mahomes, if you take out Mahomes and Kirk, his 2 quarterbacks, he had 0 people in double digits. Cam Akers was a backup. Isaiah Pacheco played less than CH. Juju scored 5. Good job, Juju. Brandon Cook scored 3.2. Kittle scored 4. He played Kittle and Njoku, so he played 2 tight ends. Look, this team's a joke. Cooper Kupp's on IR.
He didn't play Pickens? He didn't play Pickens?
No, he did. 6.1. My fault. I almost forgot Pickens. But yeah. Look, let me talk about my team real quick. I'm not happy. I'm really not. 113.6 for me. That's really disappointing. Kind of disgraceful. Lamar 6.5 against the Texans. Like, are you serious? Jahmyr Gibbs 7. Look, it was his first game. I'm not going to hate him.
He's a stud. He's a stud.
Yeah. I'm just going to bench him for a couple weeks till he starts getting the reps, but he's good. ETN 19. Good job. Way to show up. Debo 8.8. Not great, but fine. 20 for Ridley. All right, now let's talk about it. Kyle Pitts. Yeah. Yeah, Kyle Pitts, good job. 6 points. Saquon, 7. Chubb, 14. Mixon, 8. And Fields, 14. It was a real bad week for me, if I'm being honest. I'm disappointed in my effort. These games sucked. Like, honestly, that just all the games sucked this weekend. Still better days are hopefully ahead. But I played a joke of a team. And when you're playing a joke, you just got to get in there, get the win, and get out, and hope no one gets hurt. And that's what we did. We played smart. We played safe. We just ran the ball down his throat all day, and we got the win. Anything you have to say about Mills' team?
No, there's a couple things I want to say about Mills' team, actually, because, he's terrible. He's trash. I'm going to be honest. Mills wants to see his team perform before he makes any moves. Well, now they all went down. They all went down in value. Anyone who watches this and is a part of our league, just know you guys should be trying to get people for crackers, for a box of crackers, for milk duds. Because I'm going to be real. Outside of Mahomes, I don't want anybody on that team.
I was gonna say, who do you even want? Like, I was thinking about trading for Adams. Would you trade a 2025 first for Adams? I probably would.
I don't have it. And even if I did, I wouldn't.
It's on the borderline for me. Do you want Cup?
I don't want any of those old guys. Get them old heads out of my locker room, man.
Yeah. Wait, what about honestly, you would take Kirk, right? For the Jetta stack?
I was talking to him about Kirk. I was talking about, what he told me? Kirk's a stud. Kirk's a stud. Kirk's gonna be in this great offense.
It was the second highest score. No, it's the second highest score on the week, though. He's right about that.
Oh my God, man. Terrible.
All right. So that was week 1. Honestly, a terrible week of football. Like, these games were terrible. I feel like fantasy scores were like lower than they ever have been. Outside like
not for me.
Yeah, I know. That's
it was a great week. It was a great week for me.
Yeah, it takes a total anomaly week of everyone being terrible for your team to cook. Let's move on real quick to week 2. We will do a bigger breakdown of this on our show later in the week on Saturday's episode. But real quick, we'll just preview Thursday Night Football. So next week, I think the game of the week is me versus Gil. We're probably 2 of the people vying for a bye week at the end of the day. He's 0-1, I'm 1-0. This would be a huge one. This would be a huge win, putting some distance between us. We have Chris versus Mills this week. That's the clown show Broncos Colts game of the week. That's the Thursday night football game if I've seen one. We have James Ball beating Ethan this week.
Okay.
We have Ahmad against Mark. I'm not going to say Mark's totally dead in that matchup, but Ahmad could move to 2-0. And then honestly, I think you against James McCaskey is probably the second best matchup of the week.
I was gonna say we're probably the second most competitive game. I'm gonna be honest.
Chris versus Mills is probably gonna be competitive, but it won't be like for the right reason. So let's go into Thursday night football real quick. In me versus Gil, I have no one, and he has AJ Brown. This is like projected who's gonna start. I just hope I'll take anything less than 17 from AJ Brown. If you asked me if I'd sign up for 16 right now, I'd sign up for 16. That's how much I respect AJ Brown. I can't do like the 27-point Thursday night football game. Like give me 16 and I'll be psyched for Sunday. Chris versus Mills. Chris is Hawk and Kirk. No, Hawk versus Kirk and Gainwell. All right, Will, let's do this. Project. How about you project how many points these guys are? Sorry,
so
I almost forgot the Gainwell part. What?
What'd you say? Hawkinson, I can see Hawkinson probably going for 12. I think 12.
Yeah.
I would say Kirk Cousins, solid 16-point game. 16, 15-point game. He'll stay around there.
Primetime Kirk. Gainwell,
bro, I don't know, 8, 7. Yeah. 8, 7. Maybe if he catches some passes.
Yeah, that's his RB1. I actually think I could see Hawk outscoring both of them, not even gonna lie. Ethan has Addison against Devontae Smith, so Devontae probably has the advantage there.
Yeah, by far.
I can't wait for the last.
I think Addison gets probably around 7 to 8. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's gonna be a good week. I think throw that ball to Jettas, man. Every play.
You remember what happened last time it was Jettas against the Eagles on primetime? That was Slay, baby. All right, Goddard. Ahmad has Goddard. Mark has no one, so Ahmad will be up unless Goddard puts up an air ball twice in a row. I actually think Goddard will overcorrect. I think he'll have a big game because he'll just scheme plays for him.
Yeah.
And oh man, get your popcorn ready. Hurts and Alexander Madison for his Jettas. Look,
I know.
Hurts sucked last week. I think this could be a huge Hurts game.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
We're gonna be down. We're gonna be down going into Sunday. We're gonna be down. We are. We are. Now the point that I think my goal is to probably stay within 10. Stay within 10. It's gonna be tough.
That's fair.
It's gonna be tough, but Jettas can do it. I want Jettas and Jalen to actually equal each other, cancel each other out, and just let Madison do whatever Madison does.
Yeah.
That's my projection.
What if you're down? What if you're down 15? How are you feeling going into Sunday?
I'm feeling a little bit scared, but I'm all right. Anything over 20 is basically dig me in my grave now.
All right, we are going to bring on Ahmad for the second part of this real quick. And looking forward to getting to Thursday Night Football, and we will discuss week 2 further then. See you guys. Okay, we are back for part 2. We just recapped episode 1, and now we're bringing on Brooklyn owner Ahmad Montague. Guys, 3 of us in here, 3-0. I know me and Will already did our happiness level, but Ahmad, I feel like you've gone through a lot of emotions over the past 48 hours. I got to start. What's the happiness level from 1 to 10 right now?
Man, if you asked me this question before Monday Night Football, I probably would have said an 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
But right now, man, we got the win. I'm 1-0. The Jets are 1-0. Probably it's a 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. I can't be too happy. It's rough. I
think that's right.
I have to watch not only NFL football, but Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall played with Zach Wilson for another fucking season. You can't make it up. It's always me in my teams. You guys are witnesses to my bad luck. You guys are here. You're witnesses. I can't make it up.
Will, I think I can speak on this perspective as someone who had to watch Garrett Wilson week in and week out last year. Bro, it's the worst pain I've ever felt as a football fan. You actually can't understand how many times he's so nice, Ahmad. Garrett Wilson is so nice. If I was Garrett Wilson, I think I would have killed him last year.
And my thing is too, Garrett Wilson is if you give him any competent quarterback, give him Taylor Heineke at the minimum.
He go crazy.
And he's performing. You saw what he did with Terry McLaurin. I will take Taylor Heineke in a heartbeat, dude. But Zach Wilson.
But wait a minute. Mitchell, isn't Zach Wilson generational? I could have swore you used to say that.
Look.
You need to be arrested if you said that.
Look, we all have bad takes. I think I'm more brave than most when it comes to takes. And when you're going to stand on the ledge, you're going to get a few wrong here or there. All right. Yeah, that wasn't a great call. I honestly, I actually still held out hope. Watching Hard Knocks, I was kind of oh, maybe Zach Wilson can have this turnaround underneath Aaron Rodgers. It took 2 drives. Actually, it was in the preseason that I gave up hope. I want to ask you guys real quick. First of all, Ahmad, this is I shouldn't ask this. What were the vibes when you saw him running out with the American flag for each game? Dude.
Okay. I'm gonna I was texting you this, Mitchell, when this happened. So I've never tuned into a game 20 minutes before. I've never locked in that fast. But dude, I was in my room, and when Aaron Rodgers had the flag running out, Dude, I've never felt so happy in my life watching a Jets game. Like,
Oh my
I
god.
was like,
I'm getting
dude,
sad.
new era. Like, we have a franchise quarterback. Our O-line shaky, but we have a top 3 defense. Like, Brees Hall's back. So happy. I was so locked in. I closed my eyes and put my head down and put my hands behind my back during the national anthem.
I'm done.
So locked in. You guys don't understand how happy I
No,
am.
all right. Here's my thing though. Will, this is why I wanted to ask. Because I actually think you do have some perspective here. Like Ahmad is definitely the most tortured fan I've ever seen, being, a Knicks and Jets fan. But here's my question, Will. When you see like Lonzo Ball, right, and you see him like on the treadmill with one knee, and it's like this guy you've been riding with for years, like take me through that to you. Because honestly, Will, like being a Commanders fan and a Lonzo fan might be just as bad.
That's pretty rough too. I can't
Listen. My favorite player in basketball has not played basketball in 2.5 years. All right. You not know how terrible that is?
No, I don't.
You don't.
I actually don't.
You don't know. Do you know how it feels? I know how this feels a little bit of mine with Robert Griffin III. If we want to go down that path, I know how that feels.
Yeah, that was.
Hey man, Steph went 2.5 seasons without playing in the NBA Finals. That was rough for me too.
Oh,
2.5 seasons without winning. That was rough for me.
Golden State and a Patriots fan, make that make sense to me. Please make that make sense.
And then a Yankees fan on top of it.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. We don't gotta get into that. You know what? I'm gonna skip the next topic. I think the vibes are getting kind of low here. We've already talked about RG3, Lonzo, and Aaron Rodgers so far in this episode. So let's get the vibes back. Ahmad, thoughts on the week 1 win? Last year there weren't a lot of wins in general. How does it feel to start the year 1-0?
Man, honestly, I can't complain. Like it was, but I expected it to win. It was a bye week for me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Clown show manager, clown show organization. Like if I see you're starting Jamal Williams, Treylon Burks, and Sky Moore, like it doesn't get more free than that. And the fact he'd even crack 70. Now I'm not going to talk any raw because I know what it's like. I think I probably cracked 65. I'm not even going to get into how many times that happened last year. That's another story.
What's for Chris, and for Mill, we're wearing suits right now. We already made sure we attended Mills's downfall.
Absolutely.
For those managers, like what do they have to look forward to week after week of 80 point weeks and stuff like that?
They have nothing to look forward to. Every day, like you just have to hope that your actual NFL team does something to give you some reason to smile. Because if not, like, why are you playing? Like, don't even set the lineup at that point.
Wait, Ahmad. So you were the worst team, and you had to watch Zach Wilson every week?
Oh, you don't understand how rough it was for me last year.
Oh God!
My only saving grace was the Knicks, and thank you, they made the playoffs. They won a round. I can't complain, man. That was my penance. You know what I mean? I got something back.
So sad. This is like a homeless person like getting bread from someone and be like, "Hey, I can't complain. I'm blessed. I got bread this week." like, bro, we're slicing week round 1 NBA wins. God damn it! Why couldn't it have been anyone else? Like, why did it have to be Ahmad's team? Ahmad, I don't know what you did in a past life.
I've done nothing wrong. It's always me.
Yeah. Speaking of it's always you, J.K. Dobbins. There really were only 2.
Oh wow.
Okay, wait. Let me say something real quick in regards to J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
When he went down and got injured, and still right now, I'm really not that upset about it because I'm not going to say I didn't expect him to go the whole season healthy because I knew he was going to get injured at some point. But when it happened, I was like, you know what? Rip the Band-Aid off early. Just get it out the way. So I had Gus Edwards. I think they're going to sign Kareem or Fournette. So, yeah, it sucks. But I'm really not that hurt about it because I still have Brees, who's generational. I have Kenneth Walker, who I'm surprised got a lot of touches compared to Zach.
As many, yeah. Ahmad, what people don't understand, and me and Will made this point earlier, the 4 people who traded the most in the offseason are 4 now. We want to be great. And you know what? I had hesitancy on the Kenneth Walker, Calvin Ridley swap. And look, it looks good for me right now, but I think we're both going to benefit from that at the end of the day. And that's what good GMs do.
I was gonna say I can't complain, especially now because Davos got hurt. I feel a lot better about making that trade. Now I won't lie to you. When I looked at Ridley's stats after the 1 p.m. games ended, and I saw how much he put up, I was like, "Damn, maybe I should have kept Ridley."
No, dude.
I was
Ridley
sick.
had I think Ridley had 7 catches in the first quarter and a half, and then he had 1 catch after that. But I thought he was gonna have 20 catches. And I
Yeah,
was just
dude,
gonna
no,
be
he was going
windmill
crazy.
dunking.
He was
No,
going crazy.
Ahmad, you named all these running backs, but forgot, a Chicago alum,
Whoa,
Dalvin Cook.
hey,
Dalvin Cook,
hey,
that
Will, don't
boy.
you don't have to say. Hey, Will, I reached out to you. Hey, I gave you your props for IU. You know what I'm saying? I did show Chicago some love.
Hey
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
Ayuk is great. We love him down here.
Hey,
Wait, what
we
was
love
that
Pittman
trade
too.
again? Ayuk for Pittman?
It
No,
was
go
it
ahead.
was
It was Garrett
Olave.
Wilson.
Yeah, it was Olave and Ayuk for Pittman and Garrett.
That's
I mean,
fair.
in retrospective, I lost by a little bit, probably more now because Rodgers got hurt in the long term. But I love Garrett so much. He's my favorite receiver, so I don't care at the end of the day. Now, if I
Yeah.
was a logical GM, I wouldn't have done that trade.
No, I wouldn't have done it either. I wouldn't have done it either.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I think Olave and Garrett Wilson are probably super similar now this year, where it's they're gonna have a
Yeah.
mid quarterback, but they're just generational talents.
Absolutely.
Um,
I think this is me personally. I think Olave is going to benefit a lot from Carr because I know a lot of people bash on
100%.
him, but people forget last year he got Devontae Adams. What was it? A top 5 season? Now I'm not
Yeah.
saying Olave's going to be a top. Yeah, I'm not going to say Olave's going to be that, but he can support great wide receivers. At the
He
end.
will be. He will
You
be
know what I
that.
mean?
He will be that.
Hey, I'm not going to say
He will
nothing.
be that.
Chicago's
Hey.
saying it, not me. Chicago's
I
saying
can't
it.
wait. I can't wait. Hey, I can't wait for James McCaskey to humble Will this week. I've been nice to Will.
Whoa!
No, I'm
That's
sick. I'm sick and
crazy.
tired of this.
That's
I'm sick and
crazy.
tired.
That's
Speaking
crazy.
of week 2, Ahmad,
Mhm.
you said last week was a bye week. Do you have the same feeling this week against Mark?
You know what? I know if I say it's a bye week, it's going to come back to bite me in the ass, so I'm not. I'm going to stay humble right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm on camera. Worst case, I need to say it's a bye week.
I'm on camera.
And I'm not going to lie to you right now. Mark's team, it has a lot of upside on a week-to-week basis. Now, I don't know if I'm overreacting from week 1, but Bijan and Tyler Algier were both top, 12 running backs? Now,
Yeah, top 10, yeah.
That's not happening every single week. We all know that. But I'm playing him, so it'll probably happen again. So
Yeah.
Are we a little worried about Mark long term? All right,
No.
real quick, for long term, let me just talk about me real quick. I didn't mention this in the first part. It was good to get a win this week. Again, I said I was mad at my team's performance. My future, all my big bets on my future players were 0 out of 10s. Pitts, Fields. If Pitts and Fields are both going to be total bust, I'm actually cooked because I have nothing left but running backs, Calvin Ridley and Debo. And Ridley and Debo are old, and running back get cooked all the time. So my whole plan was win now, but then you have Lamar, Fields, and Pitts as young bucks to rely on. Ahmad, if you want to do your anti-Fields position now, you can do it now because I know Fields got me this next week, and I'll just grinding him for the rest of the year.
This whole offseason, I've been telling Justin Fields to get back on the grill, start taking my order. Because this man, and the thing is, I don't want people to think I just hate him randomly, because I don't. But the reason why I have so much, despise towards this man is because this whole offseason, people have been hyping him up like he's some proven generational QB, giving him, MVP votes. And, people don't realize he's only won, 5 career games?
He's 5-28. Yeah.
This is his 3rd year starting, and everyone's gassing him up. And don't get me wrong, I understand the upside, with the rushing potential, but the arm, dude, I promise you, any one of us in this league can go out and do what he's doing. Arm talent wise, not rushing. Arm talent wise, he's not special. He's really not.
No, he's not.
A-Rich is better. A-Rich is better.
All right. This is where you lose me. This is where you lose me.
Is better. I'd rather have Anthony Richardson right now.
I agree.
That's what I'm talking about.
What you say?
He said
You
you'd
say
rather have
A-Rich?
A-Rich. He'd rather
Good
have
night.
Amos right now.
Good night.
Nah, wake up.
Ahmad, if the Jets traded a first and a second round pick tomorrow for Justin Fields, what would your first reaction be?
I honestly don't. That might be the point where I have to switch teams. Like I'm the most loyal. You guys know me as one of the most loyal fans when it comes to sports.
Yeah.
That might do me in right there. That might be it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go to the Giants. I wouldn't go to the Giants.
I mean, they just got 40-0. Like, you think I would go to that party? I go to.
Where would you go? Where would you go?
The Bills is crazy.
Like maybe Jacksonville. I love Duval.
Come down to Washington. Come down to Washington. No.
Okay, now you're losing me.
Hey, man. Hey.
Yeah. So last topic, just who do you want the Jets to get out of like all the possible quarterbacks? Like, I feel like I've heard like 25 names today. Yeah. It's probably going to be Zach for the next couple weeks, but like, I
honestly don't know. Like, that's like that's the bad part about it, because there's no good free agent veterans. Like, our roster is so good that like we just can't waste this year, but it's pretty much gone before it started, right? Like Carson Wentz, no. Colin Kaepernick, let's be real. Matt Ryan, hell no. Like,
did you guys see RG3 trying to pitch himself on Get Up this morning?
That pissed me off today. He was like, yeah, like me, Cam, Cap, we don't want to be a distraction. I'm like, dude, just give it up. You're not that guy no more. Like, hang the cleats up, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't even know who I'd want.
I'd want number one. Cam Newton, that boy number one. He's ready.
Nah. I feel like Brissett would be like good enough to get you like to the playoffs.
Jameis wouldn't be bad.
Jameis would be good.
Jameis would be great for Garrett Wilson, I'll tell you that.
The thing with Jameis,
he would force feed that man.
Yeah, he would be great for fantasy. The thing is, the Jets don't like Jameis turns the ball over. Like, I think the Jets just need someone to complete slant passes,
And Zach Wilson is not the guy. Did you guys see that interception he threw yesterday?
That was almost as bad as the Justin Fields pick six.
Dude, he literally, when they showed the replay, like from like the back angle, you literally saw just him going through his reads. Zach Wilson saw the receiver coming across the middle. He did not look at any other read. Stared the linebacker down and threw it into his chest.
It felt like when you're like playing park and you just are like done, like you've been playing park for a while and you jack up a shot without even caring, or like when you're just done in Madden and you're not even looking at reads anymore, you're just pressing buttons. Like that's how bad it was.
It's just like, man, rough. It's rough out here.
So Ahmad, my last question here. I just want to know, when you saw Aaron Rodgers limping, were you in your mind? Were you like, it's over? Were you like, it's over, or were you like, hey, it's an ankle injury. He'll be back for 2 weeks, and he'll be good to go.
At first, when he stood up and like went back down, I was kind of confused because I was like, "What was it?" Like, I didn't see what happened. So when they showed the replay, I thought it was like maybe it was a broken foot, because I saw his foot looked a little off, and I was like, "Okay, like that's not that bad." Then when they got the card out, I was like, a broken foot makes sense. Like, they need the card for a broken foot. Like, he can't walk on it. So I went to halftime, and they were like, and I went on Twitter, and it was trending, and they were like, yeah, Robert Saleh said it's not good. And I was like, Mills said it's Achilles. I was like, stop. Don't say Achilles. Don't say Achilles right now. And then they showed the replay in slow-mo where like the calf kind of popped. I was trying to deny it as much as I could. Like,
y'all were trying to sell in the group chat an ankle. Y'all were trying to sell in the group chat an ankle, and I was like, yo, I saw this with KD.
I was trying to sell anything, bro.
I saw this with KD. I knew it was an Achilles injury.
Like, dude, I was trying every single possible way. Like, broken toe, broken pinky toe, broken leg, something. Achilles tear at 40 years old. Realistically, he might retire.
He's done. He's good. He's good. He's good.
See, y'all don't see the script like I do. Y'all don't see the script. The NFL, did you not see the script last night?
Oh, no, I saw the script. I was telling my parents. I was like, after Sunday night football, like 40-0, Goodell had to make the call to like get people to watch the game. He couldn't have the ratings dive, so he needed it.
So let me tell you this. Before I hopped on this call, I was on Twitter. This Monday Night Football game was the most watched Monday Night Football game in history. Do you think Goodell's going to let that just slide? They're going to give Aaron Rodgers as many horse tranquilizers as he needs. They're going to that leg, and he'll be back next year. He will be back next year. It's on
He
camera.
can't go out like this. He can't go out like
He's
this.
not going to go out like that. This is Aaron. Did you see how many people came out for him? He's not dumb. He's going to come
Jake
back.
Paul was in the stands, bro. It was
You know
the
what?
biggest
That's what
event.
did it. His lame ass, when they dapped up, that's what caused it. That's what did it right there. As soon as I saw the video, I'm like, that's what did it.
I wonder what happened. I wonder what the ratings were like when Zach Wilson got on there. I wonder if they just
plummeted down.
I bet they did.
Hey, but all I know is everyone saw greatness. You guys saw Brees Hall, generational. Garrett Wilson, generational.
No matter what we watched. All right, so that's gonna do it for this episode. We recapped week 1. I felt like it was a terrible week of football overall. The Jets kind of saved it at the end, but on a sad note. We will be back after Thursday Night Football on Friday or Saturday with the other New York GM, Chris Diaz, talking about what it means to know ball and how he's probably the worst fantasy player I've ever seen.
Can I say something in regards to knowing ball?
Yeah.
I texted Chris this yesterday. I just want everyone to know. I just graduated college with a degree in knowing ball. And before the game started, me and Chris were talking about how many carries do you think Brees is going to get? I was like, Chris, if Brees is going to get 4 carries for 100 yards in the first couple games, or for the first game, I have the text, and I was like, let's see, 2 carries, 100 yards. I mean, come on. Chris doesn't know ball. He thought Jerry Jeudy was going to beat him out week 1. Don't know ball. He thought Jamar Chase was going to carry him. What did he get? 6 points? Don't know ball. You started Jamal Williams and Javonte Williams? Don't know ball. I mean,
were you ever scared on Sunday? Was there a minute of fear in your heart?
Not a second. You know what's crazy? I really thought Chris was going to put up a fight. Battle of New York. I mean, just total dominance by my part. I think Mark will probably give me a better fight. So I'm hoping, this weekend's a bit better. But
you know what's wild? Us 3 have probably passed around so many players. It's not even funny. I feel like us 3 are responsible for the most trades. Not between each other. Us 3,
absolutely.
We're crazy.
But my thing was you just can't stick with the same players the entire year.
Exactly.
I think it's just so boring. Have fun, throw some players around. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Everyone has a price tag.
Yeah, I would just much rather just trade players. If I lose, I lose. But for the geek of it, a year from now, I'd be like, damn, this was a horrible trade for me. It's hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even want to win a league where I'm not making trades. I'd rather pull off generational trades than win a championship.
I'll say this: if Justin Fields and Pitts don't pull out, don't go out. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Mitchell. That was a terrible trade.
I'm giving them one more week. I'm giving them one more week, and then you'll never see someone cook the way I'm cooking. Zay Flowers, it was nice on my bench. I'm packaging him with and so on. All right. For Thursday, speaking of clown show tight ends, real quick, we already previewed Thursday. Ahmad, is Goddard going to be in the lineup again?
I have no choice. Choice. Now, I'm going to say this right now because Sunday was a very fluke game for the Eagles in terms of fantasy-wise because I think A.J. Brown only had he had no points. Devontae Smith was the leading leader. Dallas Goedert had 1 target. 1 target? Are you kidding? That's not happening again. I guarantee. You know what? I'm going to give you a stat line right now.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, I'm going to say 6 targets, 3 catches for about 40 yards. I'll take it.
Touchdown?
Nah, no touchdown.
So 7 points.
No, that's fine, though. That's fine.
7 more points than I had last week. 7 more than I had. I'll take it.
7 points for its mark is probably pretty good, though, too. You'll take that.
Can't be mad.
Yeah. All right. We're going to let you guys go. I'll see you guys on Friday or Saturday. Hope the Thursday games are better than the primetime games we've had so far. Catch y'all later.